Hello, I'm Deanna, and Daniel's on the couch.
Hello.
And um, it is Sunday, March 27th, 2022. And we're going through it. And we just want to record what we're going through, especially the inner work we're doing right now and the insights we're having right now. They're pretty deep. Um, it seems to be the case that God wants us to move out of my hometown, out of Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. And it's like half coming as a shock and half feeling like we always knew it was coming, like the most natural thing in the world. I think you should be on camera.
Sure.
Um, Maybe you could go on this side, and we can just kind of put him over there. He won't mind. Pull the Randy.
Pull the Andy.
There we go. Careful not to kick the water.
Definitely.
Is the only thing. So, um,
Oh, did you have the next piece? Or did you want?
Do you have something to share?
Yeah, well, just related to this, I mean, so we got back last night.
From our trip, we took
3 days.
So God told us to up and quit our jobs. We were both working as CNAs with a prominent medical company. And God told us we needed to quit immediately. And then God also told us we needed to take a pilgrimage, like a retreat, up in the Baraboo, Wisconsin area, in the Devil's Lake State Park. It's called Devil's Lake on the books, but it's actually Spirit Lake. That's the true name for it. That's the true translation. Devil's Lake is actually a mistranslation of its name. And so we call it Spirit Lake because that's what it is. That's what we feel. When we're there, we feel spirit. We don't feel anything negative. And so I really hope one day they change the name. Anyways, I booked one night in a hotel room so that we could process, clear our minds, and I was thinking we just need a short little getaway to process the fact we just quit our jobs, and then we'll go back and start looking for new jobs in Beaver Dam. Well, we end up realizing after we stay one night that we actually need to stay 2 nights. And so we asked my mom if she could feed our cats for another day, and she said, of course. And that was very supportive, and we're very thankful for that. And so we stayed another night, and then we planned to leave like basically right away on the third day, but then we ended up staying till after sunset in Devil's Lake State Park. I feel like I have to call it what it's referred to by the majority of people, otherwise no one will know what I'm actually talking about. Um, is this like a little bit? There, is that better?
It looks really good, yeah.
And so, but it's okay. I'm just like, I just want to talk now. So, we just like, we hiked, we kind of just communed with the lake, and we tried to leave several times, and we turned around and come back and just sat with the lake, or then we would hike. And like the first time we got out walking, the winds were so cold.
Oh my gosh.
And we were like, we should not be taking a walk right now. But our legs just kept moving forward. We walked all the way down the railroads. And like, we're like, we have to pee. And like, our cheeks were getting like scalded with the cold winds. But our legs just kept moving deeper and deeper into Devil's Lake State Park. And then we like left, then we'd come back, then we'd go sit on the South Shore, and then like we would leave, and then we'd drive back, and we'd sit for longer, and then we like went on the North Shore, and we like bought a bunch of merchandise, which we haven't done. And like we're like, we just don't want to leave. Then we like ate lunch, and we thought we were leaving, and then we just went right back. And then we decided to do another hike, and we walked up the East Bluff Trail, and we watched the sunset, and we meditated. It was just beautiful up there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, was it beautiful. Just absolutely lovely. And we just felt better than we've felt in a very long time.
Yeah.
And it was extremely hard for us to leave. We did leave, of course, because we have pets and we have an apartment, and we're like, in our minds, we're like, we needed to go job hunting. But we come back here, and we just, we've been back here for a day, and it just doesn't feel right anymore. Feels like something pretty profound has shifted in the 3 days that we were up there in Baraboo. And we've come home to realize that it feels like the entire consciousness of my hometown of Beaver Dam doesn't want us here anymore. I lived here. I'm 28 years old. I lived here most of my life. I've lived in Minneapolis for like a total of 9 months, 2 different times. I lived in Madison for roughly 3 years. And then we had our time in boot camp. But I've lived in Beaver Dam, percentage-wise, I'm not sure, but it's most of my life.
Oh, yeah.
And it's been for a very specific reason. I did all of my TFAS and LPC classes were filmed, not just in my hometown, but in my childhood home I grew up in my mom's house. And me and Michaela transformed the upstairs, and me and Daniel transformed the downstairs of that house. And now Daniel and I, we've worked at 2 of the most busiest and well-known restaurants in town, and transcended them with love, and also, you know, gave communications to them about things that we felt were not in alignment on our way out. And, you know, now we've been CNAs in what feels like the most predominant energetic organization in town, in 2 different locations on either side of town. And now we've kind of revealed their core choices, and once again sent the communications that God told us were appropriate to them as well about things that we've witnessed that just weren't aligned with love. And the day that it was completely revealed to us that our last jobs were actually the last place we were working at is actually trying to separate us, like legitimately trying to separate us. And we decided we needed to leave town for a few days to process our feelings. We went to just a fast food restaurant in town on our way out of town, and it felt like the consciousness of Beaver Dam like didn't want to serve us. Mm-hmm. Like I had ordered like a cinnamon iced coffee, and Daniel had to like really press on the worker, what is it?
Staff.
The staff multiple times. Was it like 2 or 3 times? Mm-hmm. He had to like be like, where's Deanna's coffee? Like, where is it? Because and I could just feel, I was like, holy shit. This is the whole consciousness of this town speaking to us right now. It doesn't want us anymore. Mm-hmm. It doesn't want to serve us anymore. Doesn't support us anymore. And this is the inner work we are currently doing, is realizing that we believe God is calling us to move mm-hmm. to the Devil's Lake area, to Baraboo. Do you want me to keep going, or? Yeah.
Either way.
Do you have things to say?
I'll say them.
Okay. When we were there, we just felt very spiritually and emotionally supported. And everywhere we went, it felt like a divine relationship. Like everywhere we went out to eat, every person we interacted with, it felt like they loved us. Versus here, more and more lately, everywhere we go, it feels like they just don't want to interact with us, or people like, it feels like there's anger towards us that's been building up. Right. As we have, honestly, we've been living our life purpose. We've been going where God has asked us to go within this town and revealing things that aren't in alignment with love, and then communicating that to the organization, to the people in charge, so that they can make changes. And so far, that has just not been well received at all. Mm-hmm. And now we feel almost blacklisted from the place, but not because we're doing something wrong. Mm-hmm. It's because honestly, it just feels like our light isn't being accepted here. And it was not that case in Baraboo. We felt loved and supported and seen there, and it's a smaller town, and it's very there's a lot of spiritual potency there. And we filmed a lot of videos there, and they just feel really good. Oh yeah. The videos we filmed there were just wonderful. And also another aspect of this is that you only stay somewhere so long as you need to. You only stay with a situation, person, place, or thing so long as there's a lesson to be learned and a healing to happen. And I've done MAP twice, mind alignment process twice. One was to heal around the trauma related to my biological brother's suicide when I was 16 that I experienced when I was in Beaver Dam living at my mom's house. And the second round of MAP mind alignment process was around my early